We gotta declutter this corner, so welcome back to Upgrading My Life as an Ex-Alcoholic. I'm pretty sure this is part 129. This is kind of where everything comes to die and just doesn't really have a place to go. We just got back from a 6-day trip. One of those days we spent in Yellowstone. We were in Idaho Falls for the other 5, where we did lots of other activities I'm gonna talk to you guys about. But my mother-in-law wanted to kind of do our own family reunion since we got married, piggybacking off her family's reunions that they have every year since we were already traveling anyways. She is one of 9 other siblings, and they have a yearly reunion. They switch on and off and cycle through siblings every year for who hosts. So this year it was hosted in Idaho, but we were only at 45 minutes of a drive from Yellowstone. But funny enough, we actually had to drive through Montana to get into Wyoming, which was where we spent the majority of our day at Yellowstone. It was insane and incredible. I literally cried. We actually got to see 2 different bears in the wild, which was really fun. But we also, on another day, went to a place called Bear World, and we're actually able to see like a sanctuary of bears. And we seen 2 twin cub bears. They were playing. It was so cool. I've never seen a bear besides at the zoo behind glass before. To see them in the wild, but also like not even 5 foot from my face behind a fence was kind of just incredible. I'm very, very grateful for that experience. We also rented dune buggies, is that what they're called, and rode them through the sand dunes. That was actually terrifying because you're literally on sand and in the middle of a desert. Every 10 minutes the entire landscape changes because of the wind, and the illusion in the sand is frightening because you will think that there is like a bright light where a hill crests, and then as you move closer and closer towards it, illusion shifts and you realize that it's either a really, really, really steep hill or actually a slow, gradual hill, and you can't hardly tell the difference until you're at the peak of the hill or you're literally at a 90-degree like angle going I didn't expect it to be that unpredictable, and because of the unpredictability and how often the landscape changed, it actually made me quite uncomfortable and very, very uneasy. My husband and his dad actually flipped their buggy, and that's what I was terrified of doing. Luckily, they were both okay, and they flipped at the end, but it ended up costing them $1,500. Thankful I wasn't the one in the buggy that flipped, but also thankful that I wasn't one of the ones that owed the money because it was not my fault. At the end, we did find a trail that was more landscape and had a lot more vegetation and less sand dunes, like less I'm in the middle of the Sahara Desert vibes and more I'm on a trail, kind of like I would ride ATVs on, and that made it a little bit more fun. It ended up being an 80s themed reunion, which is why I had different 80s outfits, and you may have seen them on my page, but it was a whole lot of fun, honestly. However, I don't think I ever want to be away from my home for 6 days in a row. Like day 4, max, you know, on day 4 I'm ready to get back. Like maybe if day 5 is just travel and I know I'm headed towards home, possibly, but to be gone for 6 full days and the 7th and 8th day be travel days there and back was a lot. We did fly in, we had a layover. That is pretty normal because my in-laws live in Montana, so we actually fly to them once or twice a year and vice versa. I should reiterate that like I would not be married or be able to travel or have my stuff together in life like I do if it wasn't for my sobriety. And I am incredibly grateful for the experiences that I have in my life, but also just the opportunities that I have now that I'm sober. Because marrying into a family that doesn't drink by default feels like a gift from the universe. Granted, my family doesn't really drink either, and so that's very helpful. I was really the only one that drank. But yeah, marrying into a family where I don't have to worry about that ever, or worry about my husband ever drinking or how that would make me feel, or him having to give up alcohol to make me more comfortable, will just never be an experience that we have to go through, and for that I'm incredibly grateful. When we got back, I was sick for 6 days straight. I'm still a little sick today. I have a little bit of a cough, but I'm finally fever-free. I've been fever-free for today and yesterday, which is nice because we got back Sunday night and I was sick Monday night to Saturday night, and today's Monday morning. So it's been a long couple of days. We are currently going through the process of trying to buy a home. So we actually don't have all of our paperwork yet, but we do have a realtor and we have a lender. So we are looking at homes and open houses and what's on the market, and we're excited to start putting in some offers and potentially showing you guys what that journey is going to look like. So stay tuned.